Today I'm testing 11 products that are crazy, but in some cases absolutely ingenious, and I wouldn't want to live without them anymore. In this video you'll be amazed more than once. I'll show you which products these are and what they can really do for you right now. The first product is this little gadget. We can open it up and inside there are two rollers and a small wheel on the right that we can turn. What you can do with this is truly ingenious because you can, for example, insert a tube of toothpaste, close it again, and turn the little wheel. This also works with all sorts of other tubes, like these cream packages, for example. The advantage is that even after we've squeezed them empty, there's usually still a good amount left inside. But with this tube squeezer, we can actually get out every last bit. And now just take a look at how much we've collected up here in the cap, which was previously spread throughout the tube. And that was just the first product. If you see what's coming up next, you really won't believe it, because even the next product is an absolute highlight. This is a picture that you can hang on the wall. Mine has a world map on it, but you can choose from an incredible variety of designs. At the top there's a funnel attached. We put 2 euro coins into this funnel. These individual pieces will keep falling further back until each row is completely filled up. The moment that a row is full, these specific sections at the top are closed by the 2 euro coin, so that the next 2 euro coin can slide directly into the next available slot. Once that's done, eventually the entire picture will be full. This can hold 365 2 euro coins. When the very last coin hits this back part, this mechanism is triggered, which releases all the compartments at the bottom, and all of your coins come tumbling out again. The advantage is that you have no way to access the money beforehand, and there is also a version for 1 euro coins. By the way, you'll find a link to all the products I show here below in the video description or in the pinned comment. Before we get to a product that is incredibly helpful and that I wish I had known about earlier, let me show you this little fun product, which is this small can. We put a tablet into it and add some water. Then the top part is screwed on here, and on top of that goes the Pigeon body. Because when we turn the device on now, we can hold our hand in front of the sensor at the back and the Pigeon poops on our hand. That's because it's a soap dispenser that will leave your guests wide-eyed. This special paper is also very helpful. It comes on a very large roll. You can cut it down to the exact size you need and then carefully pull the layers apart, because that creates these honeycombs you can see here, which makes the cardboard much thicker. This is special honeycomb paper, as the pattern already suggests. With this you can now wrap all sorts of different fragile items like glasses or anything you want to ship, so that it's significantly better protected during transit. Before I show you why I put a grenade in my drain, let's talk about a product I wouldn't want to live without anymore. At least not when it comes to the difficult task of moving or even rearranging heavy furniture, because this set contains 4 of these pads, each with 4 wheels that can rotate 360 degrees. In addition, we have this handle which also has 3 rubberized wheels and a small lifter at the front. You can even extend this part by attaching an extension piece on top. And what you can do with it is truly absolutely brilliant, because you can simply slide it under a piece of furniture and then easily lift it up, as you can see me doing. Now you take one of the pads and place it underneath here so you can lower it back down. Once your piece of furniture is standing on these wheels on all 4 sides, you can simply push it around and never have to carry it again. And this doesn't just work with lighter items like this table, but also, for example, with the sofa, as you can see here. You simply push things around and never have to carry heavy loads again, which is especially helpful when moving. If you want to hide money, this charger is perfect for you, because you can plug it into the socket and also plug it into any device on the other side, so it looks like you're charging something. However, it doesn't actually have a charging function. That means you can't charge anything with it at all. Instead, you can flip open this small hidden flap and securely tuck away your cash or other valuables inside, where nobody would ever even think to look for them in a common charger like this. These things are can clips, which can offer you 2 brilliant advantages right away. Because when drinking from these beverage cans, there are 2 distinct problems that most people have. The first problem you might face is that you might not even be able to get the tab open properly. Either your fingernail is a bit too short, or maybe even too long, and it could break. But how do you open the can now? Exactly, with this can clip, because you can perfectly slide it over the front tab, as you can see with me. Now you can push it right up and open up the entire can in just a matter of seconds, without ever damaging your fingernail. But it actually has a second function, because you can also simply twist it to the side to close the opening, which can be especially helpful in the summer so that no wasp or other insects can get into your drink. The next product, on the other hand, solves a problem that most of us are familiar with. Where do you put all the batteries? Whether they're full or empty batteries. Because you should absolutely never store them in a box or a bag, as this poses a fire hazard. And that's exactly what the Battery Daddy is perfect for. It has both a front and a back side that can be filled. We can fit a wide variety of common batteries in here, and in total we can store up to 150 batteries in this compact case, which we can then easily stow away in a convenient spot. In addition, there's also a small battery tester included, so we can always check whether our batteries still have power or not. When it comes to batteries, with this case you always have everything at hand and perfectly organized. And if you already thought it couldn't get any better, just wait to see what the last 3 products are. With this device, you'll never have to scrape your car windows again when it freezes in winter. You just need to charge the battery and then insert it into the device. You can rotate the top part in any direction or tilt it up and down so it will fit any car. Inside, the whole thing heats up and there are 2 different heat settings. This means that if you place it on your dashboard and aim it at the windshield, you can turn it on 10 minutes before you want to leave and get ready inside in comfort while it works. In the meantime, your car will get warm, so when you come out, the icy windows will be completely clear and you can drive off right away without having to scrape them first. And since we're already talking about cold temperatures, you should also know about this product. Because with the included tongs, you can create perfect snowballs in seconds. Now you should place one in the front, then pull this part back so it's loaded. You also have 2 slots for spare snowballs in case you need to act quickly. And when you pull the trigger, the snowball shoots out right from the front, which is an incredibly fun experience in the snow. And if there's no snow at the moment, you can use the handy included softballs and shoot them around instead. And then there's the gully grenade, which actually looks just like a standard hand grenade, but it functions quite differently than you might expect. Because of course you shouldn't light it. We want to do something else with it. Inside here is a special granulate. When you open this bottle, you can pour all the granulate into your drain. Try to spread it out a little. A portion of the mixture will flow in on its own. This granulate should be left to take effect and react for a few minutes before you pour a generous amount of boiling hot water after it, at least 1 to 1.5 liters. You'll notice and also hear that it immediately starts to fizz and bubble up. That means everything is working together very well, and now it ensures that your entire drain becomes nice and clear again. This essentially means that it should drain much better afterwards, and any unpleasant odors will also be entirely and thoroughly eliminated. Of course, this works exactly the same way in your shower or bathroom drains. Be sure to remember that you can find links to all the products I showed you in this video down in the video description or in the pinned comment. Go ahead and write a list in the comments below of which products you liked best, and if you know of any others, feel free to let me know in the comments as well. Then I'll make a second part soon. If you also want to explore and discover 6 incredible egg gadgets, then click on the video you now see on the screen and check them out.